What is up, my no-name mitten cutie patootie pookie bears?
Okay.
It is okay. Welcome back to this new episode of the Unnamed podcast. I am, I guess, your host, co-host
With the most.
Okay, Los Squidward 69 LS 69 with my man over here on the other side of this fucked up table.
It is your boy Ichman.
Oh my god. Dude.
Or 90.
I'm just kidding. Or 90. Ichman. We have a
range of topics today to talk about. You know what?
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me take this shit off the microphone stand because this shit is ridiculous.
Cue the technical difficulty shits, or do you want me to carry on?
Not just carry on.
All right, cool.
Fuck it. I'll leave it like this.
Okay, yeah, we got some topics to talk about today.
Turn off the fan behind you, bro.
It's that time of year where it's fucking Sprite cranberry time, Christmas time.
It is the Christmas season, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, before we actually even start, how was y'all Thanksgiving? Was it good? Was it fun? Did you guys have fun with family, with friends? What did y'all do for Thanksgiving?
Did y'all stuff the turkey?
I stuffed something. I'm just playing.
Oh,
Stop.
come on,
Stop.
dude.
That's not funny. Stop.
I watched NFL football, and it was fucking disappointing. There's only one good game. My weekend got ruined, too.
Rip.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, anyway, another quick thing. On the next episode, I will not be here. I will not, unfortunately, be able to make it, so I'm going to have a stand-in host, which is my niece, or LS69's sister. So that will be up on the next one after this one, after the one that you're hearing right now. But anyway, enough of that. What were you saying?
Shit, I don't know, man. It's that time of year. It's cold as fuck. It's cloudy as shit. It's personally my favorite time of the year.
That is my favorite time of the year, too, to be honest.
Fuck the hot summer. Anybody who likes summer, I understand it because, nobody likes to have cold hands, cold feet, whatever. But
well, I feel like with when it comes to winter or when it comes to the cold, you could easily get warm.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But when it comes to summer, like you try to cool off, but you can't. And that's what fucking sucks, especially at night.
Oh, fuck.
Especially
yeah.
at night, especially here where we live. It gets hotter than Satan's nuts at night. It'd be like 96 degrees at night. And it's so fucking humid. It's so disgusting that you feel sticky when you sleep. Like, I can't sleep at night. And it sucks.
And it barely helps when it's cloudy during the day. And
it's ridiculous.
Like, oh, man, it still feels
fucked
up and
people
shit.
Who like the summer are the same people. This is my rant that I was talking about. Yeah. Are the same fucking people that like pineapple on their fucking pizza.
Fuck.
I was showering before this, and I was like, you know what? People are weird as fuck. Who puts pineapple on pizza, bro?
That's like,
who was the sick, twisted, demented fuck who said, you know what? It sounds really good right now.
Pineapple
on my pizza. You sick son of a bitch. You know who puts pineapples on pizza?
Who?
Bin Laden.
Man.
Bin Laden. When he was plotting the 9/11 towers attacks. Oh shit! Speaking of Bin Laden, my fucking microphone stand. Bin Laden. You know who else fucking puts pineapple on their pizza?
Who?
Fucking Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Yeah, that motherfucker too. The ISIS leader. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are some toppings on pizza you should never put on that shit.
I'm saying, dude.
And with winter and summer. Listen, it's like polar opposites. Spring is like fall. Fall and spring are kind of like in the middle of those two, but summer motherfuckers are like those it's the beach enjoyers. Motherfuckers who live by the beach are like, summer's the best time of year. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Motherfucker, it be hotter, and it depends on where you live. Obviously, there's that too. It does.
Because if you think about it, when it comes to summer, places like where it's a lot cooler, like San Francisco, it doesn't get that hot.
No, the highest it gets.
It gets a little humid. It gets a little humid, but it's still like, for example, when we went to San Francisco last year, we went in like September, right?
September.
So it was still midsummer because summer doesn't end until October.
Yeah.
So it was summer.
It was nice, though,
and it was nice.
It was cool, chilly. It was windy, though.
Dude, in the morning it was like 76 degrees, and then like the highest it got was like 85, 86, something like that. And I was like, holy fuck, I like this weather.
It's really fucking nice.
Now, if you come to like Death Valley and you're like, I love this weather.
You're a
Peak summer,
peach.
you're the same person that puts pineapple on their pizza.
It's weird. I mean, with winter, it's the comfiest.
You probably
It's
fucking supported Hillary Clinton. That's all
my
I'm
Lord.
saying. That's just ridiculous.
I mean, winter is the comfiest season. You could put on, you know,
Hell
you
yeah.
could put sweats, a jacket
I'm
over you, a
screaming.
sweater, and just get comfy. That's it. In the
Keep
summer,
Preaching, brother.
you feel butt ass naked because all you have to wear is shorts, a t-shirt, and some sandals, and you're like, I mean,
But even then-
the sun is beaming on my body and shit. I'm sweating. It feels sticky and shit, and
But
it's
yeah,
irritating. That's
But
what
even
summer is.
exactly, it's a very irritating. You get very irritated easily. Especially I get very irritated easily.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I work where, you know, they have the AC on. But even then it gets really fucking hot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Especially when I used to work night crew, they used to turn off the AC.
Fuck.
Yeah, they used to turn off the AC, so it just be like really fucking humid. And what we used to do, or what I used to do sometimes, was I used to go to the freezer,
Just cool off there.
just cool off, and open the freezer door, and it's like super fucking cold in there.
Oh yeah.
So just opening the door cools you down. It's like so fucking so good.
And the summer has to be the worst because honestly with transportation and cars and shit, it's the worst getting into your car.
Especially if you have like a 91 Civic that doesn't fucking have AC.
It's
Oh, bro.
fucking hell, dude.
Again, dude.
But
it's
it could be
ridiculous.
said about the same thing with winter because you get in your car and it's the most cold. It's the coldest fucking bitch on the planet. And you gotta wait for it to kind of heat up and shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of like the cool, the really good part about winter is that when the car finally heats up, you're kind of like, and you feel like the heat
heater
hitting
and
on your
stuff.
fucking hands and shit.
Yeah, but like again, like with when summer or when winter comes along, you could just put on you know, fucking 2 sweaters, thermals, and you could heat yourself up, and you could get comfortable like that.
I know, bro. You get comfy, just
And you're like, okay, that's good. Like, you know, I could sleep, especially like if you sleep when you sleep at night, and it's really cold. You leave a window open, put like 2-3 blankets on top of you, and you straight up chilling.
you feel like a baby.
You straight up sleeping like a baby.
Mm-hmm.
You sleeping like you sleeping. I can't even come up with a joke, but you
Damn,
sleeping
bro.
really good
But you're not gonna be able to sleep with this next topic we have.
with these topics, with these conspiracy theories. I know we did some like conspiracy theories on the first episode or something like that, right?
Now, I wouldn't call them conspiracy theories. I mean, we talked about like Atlantis and all this other type of shits and stuff.
Yeah,
but
okay.
I don't know.
But we'll be talking about more in depth stuff like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like the first conspiracy theory that I want to talk about is something that I am religiously fascinated about.
Mhm.
It's kind of like the same. Well, the first one is about the German occupants of World War II, the Nazis, traveling to Argentina and escaping to Argentina right after the war. And there's a lot of historical facts that back it up that a lot of the top dog Nazis went to Argentina and hid in Argentina. Started a whole new life in Argentina
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And the other one is Operation Paperclip. Now, Operation Paperclip, I don't know if you heard about it. Have you heard about it?
I've heard a little bit about it. I don't know
Okay.
like the whole historical.
So
thing about it.
it's not really a conspiracy theory, but my conspiracy theory is that it ties into the whole Operation Paperclip that that was planned by the Nazis.
Mm.
So if you don't know about history, the Germans in World War II were very, very, very advanced. They were so advanced, matter of fact, that they were taking over countries and stuff like that rapidly. And so my whole conspiracy theory, this is my conspiracy theory. I don't think anybody else thinks this, but this is just what I think. That it was planned by the Nazis to not low key, but actually lose the war and infiltrate the United States by having their scientists work for us. And by us, I mean the United States.
That way they can go back and be like, here's what they're doing and shit.
Not even that.
Here's their weak spots and shit.
So a lot of these scientists obviously had kids. Had kids, and their kids had kids and all this other stuff. So my thing is, what if secretly there's still very high Nazi you know, uh, what is it called? Like they're very pro-Nazi still.
Mm.
And so what if they're trying to take over the United States government by going into the state government and slowly taking it over?
I think that's. I think up until that part, it is far fetched because, I mean, I think with how precise and how inclusive background checks are nowadays,
Right.
I think it'd be very hard for any pro Nazi and shit. I mean, obviously they can be like a con man and shit, but I don't know how government buildings work and shit, but I'm pretty sure they keep a very strict eye on you
They do.
and shit. So I think
But if you think about it, the government hides a lot of stuff from us. A lot, right?
they do.
So what if the government is hiding that from us? What if secretly? Now this is far fetched. I'm not saying this is all a theory. It's all a theory. But what if the government is actually pro-Nazi, bro? Think about it.
I mean, that'd be very fucking interesting. And
I think we
shit.
would have seen it by now.
Yeah,
So I don't believe it. But I mean, it's just you gotta think about that shit.
I mean, I don't know about them purposefully losing the war because, I mean, if Germany wanted to, they could have easily. I mean, I don't know if they already had like atomic bombs in place and shit.
No, so when so that goes into the Operation Paperclip. It's not really a conspiracy theory per se, but Operation Paperclip was something that they did during so if you've seen Oppenheimer, pretty much is what happened in real life. So when they were building the atomic bombs, a lot of the German scientists who were pro-Nazis, who were Nazis, were captured, and some of them even left, obviously, and they came to the United States, and the United States saw how smart they were, so we offered them jobs as scientists, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have came up with the atomic bomb. And so, there's a show actually called The Man in the High Castle.
I tried watching it,
Dude,
bro, and I
that
got,
fucking show is so good.
I forgot how far into it I got, but it's really good. How
It's really slow in the
altered-
beginning.
It's really dope how altered history could have been
Yeah, dude.
if Germany had won the war and shit.
Yeah.
Because it shows like San Fran, California, all these different. The United States got transformed. It's not like 50 states. What they did some weird
so
shit to
what the whole thing was is how the Axis forces were Germany and Japan.
There you go.
And so in the show, when the Germans or Germany nukes the White House, Washington D.C., they win the war, and so they split the United States. So the north side, like San Francisco and stuff, that's the north, right? San Francisco and stuff is all owned by the Japanese. Is all ruled by the Japanese, and all the southern stuff, and the East Coast.
Yeah, the East and West.
The West Coast is run by San Francisco by the Japanese, and then the East Coast is run by Germany.
Yeah.
And so in the show, it's pretty much like, I thought it was like a historical, like, what if, but then it turns out to be like a whole sci-fi, like,
yeah, it's like a sci-fi like
alternate universe,
dimensional like traveling type shit,
which was a very big, like, what is it called? A big fuck is it called?
Turn off?
No.
Mindfuck? Plot twist.
A plot twist. There you go.
Okay.
A big fucking plot twist. But I still watched it. It was really fucking good. I loved it. I love that show.
Yeah. Anywho, back to that fucking conspiracy theory. I mean, it'd be hard to know if the U.S. were to be some type of like Nazi influence type shit.
Which I don't think it is.
No, I don't think it is either. But I feel like with how I mean, I don't know which country nowadays is the more advanced one and shit, because we're living with fucking bombs and under our fucking feet and shit. But I feel like with the way the world is going right now, it wouldn't surprise me that, the U.S. would, or I wouldn't be surprised if another country would be like, oh, we're doing this, and that. You guys don't have this. And then history repeats itself with the U.S. or some other country being like, hey, like, he's like, hey, like, come work for us. Like, we'll give you this, and that.
It's not that. I think it's if you look back at World War II, the only reason the U.S. joined the war was because the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
Other than that,
That wasn't supposed to happen, right?
no. So from what I understand, it's been a long time since I did my research on this, but from what I understand, Pearl Harbor wasn't supposed to be the target. The Japanese were supposed to hit another ship. I forgot the name of it, but it was like the commander ship pretty much.
Mm.
And so they missed it, whatever, and they hit Pearl Harbor. But the only reason that we joined the war, and by we I mean the United States joined the war, was because of Pearl Harbor. But before that, excuse me, the U.S. was supplying, weapons and ammunition to the British and to other allied forces, but we weren't part of the war.
Yeah.
Up until, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. That's when, Freddie Roosevelt was like,
He's like, oh, you think I'm gonna let
fuck
this shit
this. Yeah,
slide, bro?
he's like, fuck you, and
Kaboom! Literally.
and I'll no. Well, the president who dropped the bomb was Harry S. Truman.
There you go.
Freddie Roosevelt, I think it was Freddie Roosevelt. Yeah, Freddie Roosevelt ended up passing away before the end of the war, so Truman was the one that authorized the bomb.
Yeah. Dude, imagine living during that time.
Well, if you think about it, we're kind of living through that right now with the whole Hamas shit
It was
going on.
It was like the Hamas shit. They've currently like ceased fire and shit, but
I don't follow that anymore because I mean, like, I don't follow it at all because it's like
Yeah.
whatever, dude. Like, whatever happens, but
I feel like we're going towards that.
I just hope we don't enter another war.
I mean, imagine what a third world war would look like.
You see, if you think about it, back in the day, everybody, and by everybody I mean every other country, used to fear the United States because we were like the top dog,
big bad boy. Like don't touch me and shit.
We were daddy.
Yo.
We was daddy.
Now it's like what, Russia and China.
Now
and
it's like, dude, every other country has these nukes, these nuclear weapons that we don't know what they do. Yeah. And so my fear is if we try to join a war,
ain't nobody
that
gonna
we
wanna
can't
team
win.
Up.
There's no. I mean, it's what's the whole point of even going?
I don't think any country. I mean, there probably like one or two that wouldn't want to team up with the U.S. just because of like how I don't know the history about them and shits, but I feel like if a third world war were to happen, it's gonna be a nuclear world war because there's no way the U.S. or Russia, China, North Korea.
I believe that. I believe after World War II, after the nukes. By the way, the war didn't end. When the nukes were dropped. By the way,
no,
the war kept going, but after the war ended, I think NATO. I think that's what they're called, NATO or whatever the fuck. They
NATO.
NATO. Yeah, they all signed every country who's in NATO or whatever. NATO was formed, and all of them signed a treaty stating that they will never use nuclear weapons again. Yeah. So the United States is the first and the last one to date to use nuclear weapons.
Yeah, I think that. I mean,
but that's what I'm saying, though.
I mean, nuclear weapons is one thing with the way Hamas and what was it, Israel, were like bombing each other. I don't think anywhere in that treaty would say, "Oh, you can't use missiles or some shit." But I think there is this one tweet that I saw that said like it's eerily weird how, or similar, just how like just weird in general it is that. What if we're going into that type of like Black Ops 2 state where the entire fucking like world is going up against each other and shit?
Yeah.
And all that. And I think it was Einstein that said, or someone that said World War III would be fought with like nuclear weapons, and that World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones. So it's like, I mean, just imagine like with today's world.
Well, now, if we really are thinking about it, we have, well, obviously they're nuclear weapons, but now back in the day it was the atom bomb, the atomic bomb.
Yeah.
Now we have hydrogen bombs. Now we have fucking other bombs that do way more damage, and way more.
The scariest part about these atomic bombs and hydrogen bombs that every country has is that they don't necessarily know what the projected amount of TNT is going to be forced to detonate with, because I believe with the Tsar Bomba, the Russians thought there was it was gonna be like an X amount of tons of TNT, but it ended up being like quadruple that because all the fucking atoms and shit in the fucking bomb weren't fissioning with each other. So it goes to show that like even if like we don't really necessarily know the power of our own weapons and shit until we've used them.
Yeah.
And I think just I just don't know what a world of that would look like because of social media and shit. I think it'd probably be. I think a third world war would probably be the worst one. I think World War III would probably be the end of civilization.
It would. Well, it depends on what route that they take. If they take the nuclear route, yeah, then it'll be the last one. Because you know, if one country nukes another, it's not just gonna be like, okay, well, this is it. We'll won't do it again. No, it's gonna be like, okay, well, if you did it, we're gonna do it too, and then it's just gonna go back and forth, and that's what the whole plot of Oppenheimer, the movie, was. So Oppenheimer pretty much it's pretty much like a biography of the actual person, of the actual Oppenheimer, Robert Oppenheimer, but the whole plot of the movie was like he just didn't want to create the nuke.
Yeah.
Because he was afraid that he was going to create nuclear rain. Pretty much like everybody is always going to, if they discovered it, everybody else is going to discover it too, which is exactly what happened. And so, obviously after World War II, they signed that treaty that, no other country could use, or no country ever should use nuclear weapons. But that doesn't stop them from making it. Mm-hmm. And so, but that's something that I personally think wouldn't happen. At least I hope it doesn't happen. Because, I don't know, man. I feel like people are going to... If you have a fucking person like, let's say, Stalin, or like, if you have another Hitler, maybe. But like, I don't think...
I think with today's world, if something as big as Hitler or Stalin were to reappear, I think it would... I'm pretty sure it would tear the entire fucking world apart. Because let's just say, for example... fucking the United States, Mexico, Canada, and Russia's on our border, right? Or above? No, I don't think it is. Let's just say like, no, it's in Europe. Then fuck, I'm retarded. I'm stupid. Well, like I think if it was like obviously like a foreign world war and shit with like I don't fucking know, let's just say like Japan, South, and no, I don't think they would ever like. Let's say North Korea just says, you know what, fuck all of y'all. I'm fucking done doing this bullshit. I'm waiting. I'm gonna take over Japan or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Kim Jong-un would probably be the closest thing. I think also along with China to fucking like Stalin or Hitler.
No, well maybe Kim Jong-un, but China, I don't know. China's more like, I think the strategy that if China is gonna try to take over, what they're gonna try to do is try to take over our economy.
Yeah.
They're not gonna try to take over people. They'll just destroy us internally, which is through our economy.
And I think with how social media works nowadays, I think if any type of like speculation or like real rumor of a world war occurring, it's most likely gonna be much bigger than what segregation was back then. It's gonna be like, oh, there's a fucking Asian person or this person living over here. Let's go fucking take them out and shit because they're from this country and shit, and they're attacking our country and shit. I feel like if a third world war were to happen, it'd be the post consequences would be so much worse because of how technology and how much technology communications has further improved since then.
Yeah,
that I think it would really damage not just the economy but just everybody morally, ethically, and like literally everything. I think would collapse and shit.
Yeah, so I don't think another nuclear war will happen. I doubt it. I hope it doesn't. But if it does, well, I mean, if you think about it, that's the whole thing that they have too. With the whole countdown to the doomsday clock.
Oh no, it's
or some shit.
It's the countdown to midnight.
There you go. We used to be like 2 minutes to midnight, so I guess that's when the whole nuclear thing is gonna happen. It changes frequently, so
yeah, it either goes forward or back. But I think now it's like less than like a minute now.
Something like that, less than a minute. And I don't, when it comes to that, I don't doubt it because, like you said, what if fucking North Korea is like North Korea has a lot of nuclear weapons too? Yeah. Are they good? Probably not. but it's still nuclear weapons. So when it comes to it, North Korea, Kim Jong-un could say, you know what, fuck y'all, and just nuke Japan, nuke us, nuke Mexico, whoever.
Who knows? I mean, what if every country is paying really, really close attention until one's country is about to collapse economically or socially, until that's when they're like, hey, can you guys help us out or some shit? And then they're like, yeah, but we're going to be under control of you guys. And then that's where kind of all the conflict, no, that's not fair.
That's where another conspiracy theory comes in with the whole New World Order thing.
Yeah.
So the New World Order is like a whole New World government. You know, heard about that, right?
Yeah.
So the whole New World government type of thing. And I think the U.S. is actually trying to do that.
I wouldn't doubt that. The New World Order conspiracy theory seems the most plausible, just because I feel like, I mean, look at what with Ukraine and Russia, the U.S. was willing to help and shit, and then it's Israel and Hamas, and America is helping out again and shit. I think that, I don't know which country would be the New World or the New One World Order, but I think the U.S. would probably be in the top.
If thinking about
it,
the most logically and the most accurate thing that would actually happen logically, it would have to be the United States, because everybody sees, even if the United States isn't really the number one country anymore, everybody sees the U.S. as the number one country. So obviously, if you think about it, the U.S. dollar in a lot of countries is way more valuable than their own money.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in Mexico, a dollar is more than a peso. So, if you have fucking $20 over there, you're fucking filthy rich, dude. I remember when I went to Mexico, I was trying to tip somebody $5 because here's $5 bucks. $5 is nothing.
Yeah,
and
a gallon of gas here.
Yeah, I tried to tip somebody fucking $5 over there because they helped me with my luggage when I was coming out of the airport. Oh, here you go, brother. Take it. It's $5. Go buy yourself something. I didn't know that was a lot of money. My sister's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" That's giving away $50 here. I was like, "What the? It's just $5.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. It's $5."
Yeah.
So obviously, that's logically speaking. I don't think logically is the right word, but speaking, if hypothetically speaking, I think the U.S. would be the first or the one to go a whole NWO New World Order thing, because if you think about it, the U.S. is always the first one, bro, to help somebody out. They're always like, yeah, we'll help you out. We're $1 trillion in debt, but we'll help you out.
Yeah.
But they won't help their own people.
That shit
it's retarded.
That should be weird though too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep that one out. But it's dumb, because it's like, why wouldn't they help their own people, but they're helping other countries?
I don't know. I think that's just kind of safe faced about how, we're willing to always help everybody out and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the New World Order, I don't think it would just be only the U.S. It'd probably be another country helping out with them and shit.
No, because a New World Order would be a new order. It would be the whole conspiracy theory about that is it's just one government, one rule, one world government, pretty much. So it wouldn't be another country. It would just be that country. So, for example, if we go, let's say, communism. If communism took over, like for example, if Stalin took over, back in the day, and he took over the world, it would just be communist throughout the world. It wouldn't be split up. It would be straight up communism.
Yeah.
Same thing like right now. If the government was able to take over right now the world or whatever, it would be, the U.S. is in charge, and the U.S. would throw their whole supremacy, their whole rule through the entire world. So everybody would be technically under one government, under one religion, and under one set of rules.
That shit, it reminds me a lot of the quote greatest anime ever made, called Lulucho the Rebellion, where pretty much the synopsis is that he gains this power in his eye.
It's a big fucking word.
What, synopsis?
Synopsis. Spell that.
SYNOPSIS. Synopsis.
I don't know how to spell it.
Okay,
so
I just spelled it for you though. But it's pretty much just about this guy named Luluch, who's a high schooler, and he ends up finding out that there's these super soldiers, who have like this power in their eye that are very unique to them, which is like mind control, fucking anything that you can probably imagine.
Yeah.
And he ends up gaining it. And he pretty much is able to mind control anybody. So if he were to like activate it on you, and he's like, oh, go fucking murder a whole group of high schoolers or some shit,
Yeah.
and you to do it because there's no way of you breaking out of it. He has total fucking control of you.
Mm-hmm.
And spoiler alert, something like that in the show ends up fucking happening. But it ends up rallying. It ends up, he gets kind of like this fucking in this rabbit hole where he ends up like he's using it to his advantage, but nobody else knows about it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to keep a low cool about it. And by the end of the show, spoiler alert, he ends up taking over the entire fucking world. And because he's based in Japan,
Yeah.
pretty much there's like this one towards the end of the show where he's making like this speech and shit, and because he's now successfully taken over the entire fucking world now, and because he's such a fucking genius, he says like at the end that we're now under a new world order that's now called the United States of Japan.
Yeah.
And then it's just the whole world covered in the fucking Japanese flag and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then and this is crazy how like obviously something like that is super super fucking far out of sight and shit, but
Yeah.
it just shows you that, like, you know, imagine living in like in a new world order where you go to Japan and they're like, no, it's no longer that called, it's it's just called the United Americans or some shit, or just,
You know, if that was the case, what's the whole point of a new world order? I mean, obviously, yeah, I get it. Like, you know, everybody's under the same rules, same set. You know, one money, one world government. But it's like, who the fuck are we bragging to?
I mean, it's just for power, bro. Power, greed, money.
Exactly,
shit.
but you have power and greed to show people that you have power, right? So if we're a one world government, who the fuck are we gonna show off to? Obviously, now when we show off to, we're like, you know, fuck y'all, you know, Russia, fuck you, fucking North Korea, you guys are pieces of shits. We're better than you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, if we have a one world government, who the fuck are we gonna talk shit to?
That's a good question. Then you start leading to these fucking blockades and shit. Like, well, you know, it's kind of like that shit where it's like, well, what now? I mean,
Yeah, it's like, well, the fuck, what are we doing now?
We'll build more fucking land or some shit, but
It's like,
I don't know.
there's no point to that. I don't see a point to that, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, I
but-
mean, speaking in that regards, but I guess like you're having up people under one set of rules would. Nah, I don't think that would work though. To be honest,
No, I think
if you think about it, there's a lot of people who are gonna, you know, fuck that. You know, I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
yeah.
You know, and you know, it's just gonna start a whole
I
bunch.
mean,
of
like I said, I think it.
you have
collapse-
people now. Fuck the government. They ain't do
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, imagine when it's everybody trying to, you know, be under the same rule. Everybody's gonna
No,
unite
it
and be like, no,
wouldn't-
fuck that.
It just wouldn't work.
It
It
wouldn't
would.
work.
It would be a global fucking collapse.
Unless they,
every
you know,
sense of the
do
word.
martial law.
Mm,
But
Martial
still,
law.
then again, it wouldn't work.
nah, I don't think so. Anywho, for the next conspiracy theory, we probably yeah, selling our souls for
That's another good one,
money, gain, fucking
bro. Fame and fortune.
fame and fortune. I wouldn't say I believe in that.
I do.
I think, I mean, it's hard to say whether it's true or not. I feel like the closest thing that I would believe in would probably be Robert Johnson, because
Yeah.
I think because it's such an old story, people would say, oh, like a couple of days ago, this fucker couldn't even play a fucking 6-string acoustic. Next thing you know, he's,
Yeah. Well, that's
it sounds like there's 3 people playing it, but it's just him with 2 hands and shit.
that's why they started the whole selling your soul thing, because of Robert Johnson.
Hmm.
Obviously, he wasn't the first one. Back, if you go way back before Robert Johnson, back to like the Victorian days, you have people who used to play the violin, and you know, there's a tale about a guy. I forgot his fucking name, but I think he's like a French dude or something, where he was like having a dream, and in that dream he came up with a song and he played it, and it was so advanced and so like out of this time and out of this world that people thought he sold his soul to the devil. And I think that's what happened with Robert Johnson. You know, Robert Johnson learned a couple techniques that nobody ever knew, and it's just like, holy fuck, like he sold his soul.
Yeah.
He sold his soul.
I think it's too. I don't know how you could, you know.
But I
like-
do believe that though, because look, let me tell you. So you see all these people, right? All these people now, like Kanye West, Lady Gaga, fucking
Kanye been
Taylor,
around.
Taylor Swift, all these people, right? For example, let's look at just Lady Gaga and Kanye, right? So you know how they have the whole symbolism, like the one eye, the fucking checkerboard, and
Yeah.
all this stuff about the Illuminati. Why do they do that though? I mean, I get it if from a business standpoint, if you're like, okay, so she sold her soul, so she obviously, if you hear all that stuff and like you're just feeding into it and they keep doing it just to feed into it, if it sells, it sells. I get it. But like, why keep doing it over and over and over again though? You see what I mean?
Yeah. And
It's like, and you like some of the lyrics are just like
some of them are really fucking weird.
are like
and shit.
weird as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So it's like, in my opinion, I believe that's true, bro. Cause like, then you have like people like Taylor Swift, bro, who like I don't know where just like, for example, The Weeknd, like he became famous out of fucking nowhere.
He started gaining a following with
Or like Peso Pluma, fool. Like I didn't know who that fool was.
I didn't know him either, bro.
I didn't know who the fuck that he was.
Motherfucker,
And
like
then out of nowhere he blows up and he's like the biggest thing in like Latin music now. Like
Yeah.
who? Huh?
I mean, it's I don't know if I could truly
Or like those
believe
fools
that,
like
though.
Linea Personal.
Oh my goodness!
Shout out
bro.
to Line Personal, my cousin's band. Go listen to them. Link in the description.
Didn't they just drop a new song?
They did.
That's fire. What's
They
it called?
dripped. It's called
Say this.
Salió Carbon. Cabron. Salió Cabron.
I'm gonna just say their singer, like that motherfucker got a voice.
He do. And he
Yeah.
pretty too.
On some real shit, bro. Only met you one time, but you pretty. No
He
homo.
pretty as fuck.
Well, all love and respect.
Imagine he listens to this shit and he's like, what the fuck is wrong with your cousins, George?
He's like, bro, he's like, you got that weird family, bro. Like, get the fuck off of me, bro. You're done. You're done with us, bro.
No,
Get
but
the
seriously,
fuck outta
going back into the whole conspiracy theory thing, that you have people like that, bro. You have people who like just come out of nowhere, fool. It's like, why, dude? Like, where do you come from, bro?
Like, who are you?
Like,
bro?
who are you? Who are you?
Like that Patrick meme with everybody under his bra.
Who
Who
are
are
you
you people?
No, but seriously though, think about it. Like, for example, again, like Peso Pluma, he blew up out of fucking nowhere, and it's like, why?
I mean, I can't. I don't know how I would be able to explain that, but it does make sense. That's like these people just blow up out of nowhere, and it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like you were nothing like a couple of days ago, and now you're selling out fucking stadiums and shit and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds very
But-
sketchy. And then if you look at all their performances and their albums and stuff, like they have a lot of demonic symbolism. And it's
mean-
like, I'm like, bro, like that's a little sketchy, bro.
It also does make sense in some way because a lot of artists do have like the fucking devil horns on their forehead and
Yeah.
shit. They have all of obviously the Illuminati shits with their one eye and stuff. But I don't know if who to say that it's not just the fucking trend that they started following or some shit because
But again, why? Like, why?
I don't know the answer to that, but the why though. But I mean, maybe there's some fucking maybe there's some fucking weird shit going on out there where it's like, hey, I'm willing to fucking sell my fucking whole life to you and shit, just to fucking perform in front of fucking millions of people and get money and shit.
But that proves a conspiracy theory. But again, my whole point is like, why do like if it's not true, if there's no like, big brother who like you sell your soul to or whatever, why do it? Why do it?
I wouldn't know, bro.
Like if you look at like rock and heavy metal, at least they're straight up about it.
I don't know who's been straight up about it.
Slayer, bro. Well, not Slayer, but like fucking Behemoth, bro. They're Satanists. They're straight up about it.
Yeah, they're straight up. Yeah, they're like
Twin Temple, they're straight up about it.
dude. They're pretty cool though.
They're fire, dude.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And then you have like
You have Ghost.
Ghost. Well, Ghost is more. I don't take them. I don't take them seriously. It's more satire than anything. But it's like maybe I'm just being biased. But then you have other bands, bro. Like they're just like straight up like obvious, like in your face. Like
Yeah.
that one other band. What the fuck is that other band's name?
Which one?
Golgoroth, I think, or something like that.
I think I've heard them like one time.
Yeah, but there you have bands like that who are like straight up like, okay, we're Satanists, yeah, whatever. They don't hide it, and they're not as big. And then you have these fuckers who are like Lady Gaga, like she fine as fuck.
Mhm.
Also, she got some good music, But it's like, what the fuck? Like, why
Yeah.
hide it? Just be straight up about it.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be weird for any artist that big to be like, oh yeah, like I made a deal with fucking Satan or some
No,
shit.
but you actually have people who say that. Lady Gaga has said that shit. A lot of people have said, yeah, like I sold my soul for fame and fortune. This is what I got. There's a guy, fucking, what's his name? Something Dylan.
Oh, it rings a bell.
Something
Fuck.
Dylan. He's like a I think it's something Dylan. I don't know, but whatever. He said that they were interviewing him and they asked him, why is it that you're still doing what you're doing? And then he says, because I'm keeping my end of the bargain. And they're like, your end of the bargain to who? And then he goes to the commander in chief.
Oh, this dude, yeah,
You know what I'm
fucking
talking about?
know. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird, bro.
Yeah, he said some shit like, to the commander in chief that's not of this world and shit.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Not of this world and the other world or something like that.
yeah, like another world that's not of this one and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think
For example, like Beyonce. What the fuck? I've never heard a whole Beyonce song.
Yeah, I don't.
Who the fuck is this person?
Yeah, her too. I mean, what I would like to believe is that they put a lot of effort into their music, but like you said, with fucking Peso Pluma, it's like what the fuck? Like,
Don't get me wrong though. Some of his songs are okay, but my whole thing is like, why did they just blow up out of nowhere? Why them? Like, I get we're in a world where it's like a bunch of like we have social media,
Yeah,
and we have ways to to express, or not to express, but to blow somebody up.
yeah.
But like out of the blue, bro, like it just doesn't happen to everybody.
It doesn't.
And some people are more talented than others. I'll tell you that right fucking now.
Yeah.
I know a lot of fucking art, like Hobson, bro. Hobson is so against like the whole Illuminati thing. He hasn't become big, bro.
Yeah, that motherfucker straight up literally said like, I'm not willing to fucking sell my anything of my own value just to get a couple fucking commas in my bank account and shit.
Exactly. And then you have fucking people like fucking what's that fool's name?
Fucking Jack Harlow, dude.
I don't even know who that is.
He's like this. He's this white rapper who he's like blown up because like his image and shit.
The guy from Spot Kids?
No, he's the fuck. I can't. I mean, well, you don't really know him like that, but he's like blown up a lot. And his music, his music it's not the greatest, but people really don't like. A lot of people don't like his music. He obviously has his following and shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, like you said, with Hobson, he's super fucking talented.
Oh,
bro.
he's talented as fuck.
He has such like a unique style to his rap music, and the same thing with the Joker and shit.
Well, the Joker. Well, yeah, but
he kind of destroyed his own career.
He destroyed his own career. But no, but like with Hobson, bro, if all of his shit back in the day used to be, and it still is, like even his new music is pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's just like he never blew up. Why? He was with fucking Death Row Records, right? I think.
I don't know about that.
He was with the ones that signed that had Tupac and Eazy-E. That's Death Row, no?
No, NWA, you mean?
Yeah, it had NWA.
Because I know in one of his songs, "Sag My Pants,"
yeah,
he goes after Eazy-E's wife.
Yeah, but it was Death Row Records, no, or something like that.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know which record it was, but he pretty much says something around the lines of like, you signed me for only a couple of fucking dollars and shit.
Yeah.
But
so check this out. He was with them. I think it's Death Row. I'm pretty sure it's Death Row. And then he was with Funk Volume.
Yeah.
That shit flopped.
He was with Strange Music, right? That's Tech Nine.
And then no, he never signed with Strange Music, but he did some collabs with Tech Nine. He was with Funk Volume, and who also had Jerem Bitten and all these other people who are now famous.
Yeah.
And then he got left behind. Why?
I don't know, man.
And then now he has another thing, another record label. What is it called?
I don't know. I've not followed him in a while.
I forgot what the fuck it's called, but it's something. He made it, I think. But it's like, dude, like, why hasn't he gotten big? He's big, but he's not like famous.
Yeah. Same thing with Tech Nine, I believe too. I mean,
Tech Nine, he releases a lot of music too much, and in my opinion, I feel like people just get bored of listening to that. Like, for example, like if Ghost released songs like every other fucking month, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm tired of this shit.
I mean, like I said, it's hard to really get like concrete evidence of it, because I feel like with the music industry being so secretive about their own
No, but with
types
this
of
whole
things,
conspiracy theory, bro, I feel like the fucking evidence. What is it called? The thing is in the pudding. What is it when they say that?
I've heard of this fucking saying before, the some shit's in the pudding. I don't know. I've heard
But
it
you know what
before.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's there, bro. A lot of famous people have said that shit. Oh, I sold my soul for rock and roll. I sold my soul for fame and fortune.
Yeah.
And it's like, then you have like the symbolism, the fucking,
symbolism
all
is
this shit that it's like
very,
blatantly in your fucking face. And people still don't fucking believe it. It makes no sense to me. By the way, Papa John's, if you eat Papa John's a day old, drink some Pepto-Bismol after.
Damn.
My stomach is so fucking upset right now, dude.
That's fucking tough.
Papa John's still supreme though.
That shit is weird as fuck. A little topic I want to just kind of say for a little bit until we get to our next one is like some of the mysteries of the entire fucking like world in the universe and shit. Like
What do you mean?
like what are some mysteries that are like you're like, I wonder how the fuck this and this works and shit. Because I saw this video recently where it's I forgot his fucking name. Something, I think his name is like some shit Cox. He's like this old European guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like a scientist and shit. And he like talks about like the universe and shit. And he did an episode with Joe Rogan where he says that it's really, really strange how our solar system came to be formed.
Yeah.
Because because it's Saturn and then Jupiter, right?
I don't know.
I think it's Saturn and then Jupiter.
Fuck am I
But
scientist?
Fuck
Fuck
you. Saturn was coming in from fucking out of nowhere, and it was supposed to collide with Earth
Yeah.
and fuck up the entire whatever the fuck was already being formed until Jupiter said, "Hey, bro, I told you to prank him, John, but don't prank him this hard and shit." So he's like, come back a bit. So then Jupiter pretty much saves the entire fucking solar system from fucking total fucking annihilation and shit.
Yeah.
So then it's like, what the fuck? Why the fuck wasn't this shit talked about in the fucking Bible or some shit where, like all this, and that? And then it kind of, it threw me into like this kind of rabbit hole where it's like, if this is how the universe was formed, why, like, then what the fuck, what the fuck is a book gonna do for us then and shit?
Well, dude, when it comes to the whole thing about the whole universe and how it works, there's a guy on TikTok. He's a preacher. His name is I think it's Kyle something.
Oh.
He explains a lot of the stuff. There has to be a cause to everything. It just can't be because. There has to be a cause. Like, for example, why are humans here? Well, because, and how do we know that there's a God? Just look at the way that everything is formed. Nothing could just happen like that. There has to be a reason behind it. And that reason is the reason that God created us, because, you know, he wants us to be here. And it's like, he explains a lot of that stuff when it comes to the whole how the universe works thing. And it's really interesting. So if you get the chance to listen to his name is Kyle something, I'll something like that. I'll tell you about it later off the record.
With this dude, he also says that a lot of people were a lot of biologists.
Can you give me water, by the way?
And people, how the fuck am I supposed to grab from over here?
We'll pause for right now. All right, we're back.
Motherfucker, I was about to say David Goggins, but
who the fuck is that?
Oh my lord. But anywho, this guy pretty much, he says that I think it's Eddie, no, something Cox, but Brian Cox, I believe it is. He pretty much says that like the reason why there is definitely probably some life outside of or in the universe, but we just haven't found it yet, is maybe because we're not looking hard enough. And he says that the time it took for a microorganism to become to what we are now is possibly a third of, is probably as from the molecules that are creating all of us and shit to where we are now with civilization, probably took 3 to 5 billion years, which is a third of the universe's age and shit. And so it's like, and he says that it is definitely a strange weird coincidence that we just happen to be so fortunate about it.
That's
this vast universe.
That's what I mean when it says that we have to. There's no way, dude. And I'm not the type of person that's gonna go out there and be like, oh, there's a God, you know, you got to believe in this guy. I'm not that type of person, but I will tell you this. I will tell you that we are not here just because. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, who, how? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, like, it just doesn't make sense to me about why we're here.
Like, you don't just have a kid just because it's just a kid just
It just,
popped
it
out.
doesn't pop out. You know, you
Like,
have to have, you know,
You had a kid because
adult
either,
things.
you know, you weren't wearing protection, you fucking didn't pull out or some shit, or because you wanted it okay, you didn't want it or some shit. You know, you don't just fucking, you know, have like, you know, 10 layers of a condom and
Because
then
he was balls deep in there.
I guess so. And
Yeah.
like you just like you don't just have a girl and then she just fucking, you know, just goes a fucking baby's out and shit.
All
you
right,
know?
but the whole point is like there has to be a creator. That's what I'm saying. There has to be a creator.
I don't know, but I mean, and there was like this other fucking shit about how scientists are now realizing that the universe might be, I think originally it was like what 13 billion years old, and then now it's like,
Last time I heard it was like 1.3 billion or something
and
like
then
that.
now it's like I think now it's like 30 billion now because
Dude, look.
because the time it took for light.
Earth is old as folk.
Yeah, I did it.
It's Earth. This Earth is old as folk.
So is the fucking universe.
It don't
man.
matter how old it is. It doesn't. What baffles me, I don't give a fuck how old it is. If the Earth is 33.5 billion years old, I'm 33.5 billion years old, baby.
Yeah, because we're made of fucking stardust and shit.
But like, what baffles me is like, you know what baffles the fuck out of me?
What?
How not evolution, but adaptation works, bro. How some animals adapt to their environment. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that?
Look at fucking Australia. The animals there are literally, quite literally, fucking aliens from fucking other countries and shit, like other continents. Like in every other continent, you don't see any
Dude,
animal.
and you know how some things are patched, bro.
What do you mean?
Like God put a patch on that shit. Like, think about it. Snakes in Australia, they venomous as fuck.
On some real shit.
On some real shit, they venomous as fuck. But God's like, hold on, you a little too strong. I'm gonna have to nerf you real quick.
There are some.
So snakes, you know, they don't have legs, bro.
Oh,
Imagine they had legs and arms, dude.
That'd be. I would.
And look how little some of those snakes are too.
Yeah.
Compared to, you know, other humans. Like, God was like, dude, look, you're a little too you look too
You built different.
you
I
built
like
different right
that.
now. I built you different right now. So I'm gonna have to nerf you, bro. So they made him smaller and they made no legs. They have no ears.
They don't. And they have pretty much dog shit eyesight too.
I'm screaming. But they have thermal vision.
Yeah, that's
So they
fucking,
could
that's
kind of
pretty
like,
dope.
you know,
Pretty fucking
sense the
dope.
heat though, which is fire. And then they also have venom, bro.
That shit.
And then look at fucking let's look at fucking like some like insects and shit, like fucking like spiders.
Yeah, and there were some insects.
You got some
way back when.
But
I
that's
think
that's when there was like more oxygen or some shit. I don't know,
Yeah,
some shit
it was
like that.
supposed
Biology. I don't
Pretty
know.
sure it was before or maybe a little bit after the fucking dinosaurs
I think it
got
was
wiped out. Fucking there was like dragonflies that were the fucking like big as fucking shit, like a fucking bird size, you know, fucking dragonflies and shit. They also took away the mega capybaras, which I'm super pissed off about. Imagine a fucking car-sized capybara. That'd be fucking awesome. Okay, I'll pull up. And, you know, and like I said with Australia and shit, in every other continent, you don't see a fucking animal with a fucking pouch in its belly. That's only to kangaroos, little joeys out in Australia and shit.
Look at sharks, bro.
Sharks are fucking weird as shit too.
No,
Or how?
alligators, bro. That's like
Alligators?
on some look. I don't know what God was thinking when he created alligators and crocs.
I don't think they're that scary.
They're fucking terrifying.
The big ass ones that you see like in those swamps and shit, and like those fucking boulders, they like, you know, they're like, hey, I think there's something in the water. They like, you know, poke it, and it's this big ass fucking 13-foot alligator.
They're OP.
That starts fucking death rolling and fucking.
They're
that's,
OP.
That's the scariest part of any fucking.
They're OP when they come to the land. I mean, to the sea or to water.
Or when they're in water.
When they're in water.
Yeah.
But they're kind of like, they need a buff when they're on land.
Yeah, the best way to outrun any croc or alligator is just fucking,
zigzagging.
It's just they can't, they like,
Serpentine.
oh, I can't fucking do this shit. Same thing with no, I don't think that's the same thing with like sharks and shit. But yeah, I don't think God should put a fucking 0.3 second speed head turn and shit, because then this motherfucker's gonna
No,
start
dude.
doing some shit like that.
I'm saying it's just weird how shit works, bro. Like if you think about it, like it's just weird how the fucking food chain works, bro. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like look at snakes and stuff. Like they're fucking like super deadly and stuff, but then like they're nerfed, bro. Like they don't have legs, they don't have limbs, they don't
Yeah.
have like ears.
The biggest nerf was was all the dinosaurs and shit. Like fucking like some people say the last thing
Chickens, bro.
the
Like
last
look
thing
at
we have of
chickens.
dinosaurs are chickens.
They're nerfed, bro. They need
Yeah.
a buff. They need a buff.
And I mean,
So message out to God if you're listening.
fuck, you want the fucking chickens to be buff for?
Just buff them a little bit, bro.
with what?
Make them bigger.
Looks like a pop. Well, they could pop fatter eggs. And
Yeah,
shit.
I'm
We
screaming.
need more.
Well, we have ostriches for that.
huh?
You have ostriches?
Ostriches,
Yeah.
not like ducks or some shit. Like
No,
for,
bro.
Like
I like
eggs
a
and
big. You know
shit?
the ostrich?
Yeah, I
You know what an ostrich
Yeah,
is,
I
right?
fucking know an ostrich.
Yeah. So you could eat their eggs.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Is it like the same kind of yolk shit? Like that?
I don't
like-
know.
okay,
I don't know, but I know you could fuck up their eggs. I heard they were good. I don't know.
maybe they are. But yeah, the universe.
You know what is nasty though?
what?
Remember that jerky that I had, the alligator shit?
That shit was fucking
That
nasty.
shit was disgusting.
Alligator turkey, alligator
Jerky.
meat. Oh, okay.
You said turkey. It's jerky.
Jerky, alligator. Bro, that shit is fucking disgusting.
It is. I thought it was gonna be better, but it's disgusting.
No, I this motherfucker had it worse. You fucking put that shit in your mouth.
I just think about it, makes me want to throw up.
Smell like it was worse. I was like, that shit is not jerky. That is straight up like wild animal type shit too. And look,
Okay.
the same thing how you say with evolution with turtles. There's like these like friendly little turtles, and then you got the fucking snapping turtle
The alligator snapping
with
turtle.
the fucking shits that can fuck up some shit and all that
Yeah,
type of
dude.
bullshit. You know which animal's kind of really cool before we get into the next topic?
What?
Lobsters.
They are fire, bro.
They are weird. There's this I don't know if you see him on TikTok, but he's he captures lobsters in
Yeah,
Maine.
yeah.
And he captured it's like a 1 in a million, close to 1 in.
It's like the blue
10
one, no,
million.
or something like that.
He captured a half and half blue lobster and a regular red lobster and shit. But the weird thing about them is that I think it's vice versa. I think half of the lobster is a male, the other half is a female. So this lobster pretty much is female and male, and he's split right down the half, like in a perfect symmetrical line, like this table right here. Like this is blue and this is all like reddish orange.
So does he have like half a penile? Half a
He pretty much does.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like on the female side, the females have like this the best way to tell is that their fins, the females they have a thicker, wider
to
tail
carry the eggs. Yeah,
to
yeah.
carry their eggs, and then on the male side, his tail is much thinner, and he still doesn't know if he's able to if it is able to reproduce with itself or some shit, because I don't know too much about it, but I don't know where the fuck bro's
Well,
fucking wiener is at, but
a lot of animals are fish considered animals? Because like insects
mean-
aren't like animals or insects.
I think you just kind of see animals. I don't know.
I think they're still animals, bro.
Mammals are on land. Insects are like
No, mammals are whales. Whales are mammals.
whales are mammals.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
maybe fucking fishes are mammals or some shit. I don't know what the biological term of them are, but yeah. But them fucking lobsters are weird. and shit.
Fishimals. Let's call them fishimals.
Fishimals. But yeah,
Well, anyway,
lobsters are
a
fucking
lot of
weird.
sea creatures
Yeah, sea creatures.
have, and a lot of animals on land. Well, no, but a lot of sea creatures tend to change genders depending on the circumstance. So like
Yeah.
clownfish, if the male dies, the male becomes a female, and if the male dies, the female becomes a male.
Damn.
So it's crazy. It's crazy how that shit works.
Yeah, man. Okay, to the next topic.
We could do that too, but we just need to do it with surgery.
with what, humans?
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit's called transition. Next one.
Next one, bro.
Red flags. I don't know how much time we have on this. I feel like we've been ranting for fucking
This would be our last topic.
eons. Okay, cool. We'll just fucking skim. We'll just go through all of these. Say if they're a red flag, green flag, or in the middle. First one is love bombing. Often with grand gestures and signs of emotional manipulation, can be a red flag, meaning that they feel like they're filling in a hole in their
So
life.
just to explain a little bit, this is red flags in women or in relationship.
It could be in just relationships in general.
Okay. So is
they're
it
grabbing.
So you're asking if it's a red flag, a green flag, or in the middle?
It's in the middle. Like you really don't mind it at all.
Okay.
So yeah, love bombing.
Love bombing.
They're grabbing onto you because you're the answer to everything. They are probably not in a healthy place for themselves, which can certainly lead to larger issues down the road.
Okay. Well, it depends. See, this is where it depends. Love bombing. If they're like looking, depends on the person.
Yeah.
For me, it would be like in the middle. It's not good and it's not bad. Because if they're looking for me for answers, that means that they're, they value my opinion and they value what I have to say.
And they probably just care about what other people think about them.
Yeah.
They just need somebody to be like,
Yeah. But it's a red flag because that's easily manipulatable.
Yes.
So I would say it's in the middle.
In
For
the
me, at
middle.
least.
Oh, lack of appreciation.
That's a fucking red flag.
Feeling unappreciated and even unloved can not only be hurtful, but it's part of making you feel like you need them, and it makes your self-esteem go down.
That's a red flag. Wait, is that like them not showing you appreciation?
Just like not appreciating, like maybe just how you're treating them. Maybe
That's a
how
fucking-
like
that's a red fucking flag, bro.
yeah. And
If you're in a relationship and you don't feel and the other person doesn't appreciate you, they don't tell you like, hey, I love you, or like I appreciate you. That's a red fucking flag.
I mean, if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't
Get
give a
the
fuck.
fuck
I wouldn't
outta
give a
here.
fuck if it was my first or my fucking third one. I'd be like, listen, the fact that you're willing to listen to me when nobody else didn't really want to, or the fact that you're willing to, use your time of your day to hang out with me or some shit,
yeah.
that just makes me the most happiest fucking person in the
Bro,
world. And I just
even-
want you to fucking know that. And if somebody doesn't tell you that, even like in the beginning or down the relationship, it's just like, like, then what the fuck, what the fuck is all this shit for?
Even
then?
the simple words "I appreciate you" go a long
Yes.
way. I don't think I've ever had a female who never appreciated me or never told me that they didn't appreciate me.
Mhm.
A lot of them always told me I appreciate you, which always went a long way. Even
Yes,
even then just
definitely.
saying like thanks, I appreciate it or something like that. It's like, okay, I respect that. But
Yeah.
if they don't say it, that's a red fucking flag,
Damn.
in my opinion.
Red flag. Boundary crossing.
What's that mean?
Boundary are something you put out there because they protect you and they say, hey, if you respect me and you're gonna stay in my life, then don't do this. They also explain that boundary crossing tends to be a slippery slope. Pretty much just kind of saying like, hey, like I'm not comfortable talking about this. I'm not comfortable with this and that, and yet they step over it. Like, let's say, like, for example, like with you, it could be like, oh, don't step over my fucking beliefs about like my music or something, or like I love my band. You can choose not to and shit, but like, don't be so fucking like, oh, if you don't fucking like them and shit, just don't be like, too bashy about it. Don't be too angry about the fact that I like this music and shit. So like, you could put like that that line in the sand of like, hey, this is what I like. This is where I set my boundaries and shit. Don't be too fucking like,
That's
over the
so
top.
like you're saying like boundaries, like they don't have boundaries, like they don't respect you at all, like they don't respect your opinions.
like they just try to get into your business one way or
Okay,
the fucking
that's a-
other.
that's
shit.
a-
Like,
that's a-
every way they can. And shit.
Again, that's a red flag for me because, like for example, if it comes to my religious beliefs, if I don't believe in it, like for example, let's say I was dating a Muslim, right?
Mhm.
And this Muslim was like, oh, I need you to, believe in Allah. And I'm like, look, I don't believe in Allah. I believe in
the white man
in Buddha
Oh shit.
or for something like that.
Yeah.
Why I say that so sexually? Anyway, or something like that. And they're like, oh, well, no, you gotta be a Muslim and all this other stuff in order to love me and all this other stuff. That's a red flag, bro. Like, but relationships. Look, let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. Relationships should not be focused on religion. Should not be focused on what you believe in. They
No.
should be focused on love. If you have a relationship that's focused on religion and focused on what the person wants, what the other person wants for you, that's not a relationship. That's a single ship because they're trying to make you into them. A relationship should be about you and the other person, not about your religion, not about your beliefs, not about the type of music you listen to, not about what 3 + 7 is. It don't matter.
It should just be about, just kind of bouncing off each other.
Exactly.
Bro. Just,
as long as you love her or she loves you or you love him or whatever it is, It don't matter as long
Yup.
as you both of you are happy and you guys agree to, respect each other's boundaries.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen in the chat?
Amen, brother.
Amen, motherfucker.
Lack of communication.
Again, that's a red fucking flag. If I ask you what's wrong and you don't fucking reply to me, get the fuck out of here. Just get out.
with some people, it's like, you're like, hey, like, if you want to talk, go right ahead, shit. But then they're like, no, it's not like any of your business and shit. And then they kind of are like, oh, well, like,
Then what the fuck we doing in a relationship,
it's
for?
like, what the fuck then, dude? Like, we started talking for a fucking reason or some shit.
No, you know
there's
what I
that.
hate the most?
What up?
I'm not saying this happens to me,
Okay.
but I'm just saying. When I'm like, for example, bro, if I ask you, if I'm like, Lord Squidward, bro,
Yo, what's up?
what's wrong, man? You okay? And you're like, nah, nothing's wrong. And I'm like, you sure? And you're like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, bet. And then you're like, I'm just so fucking sad. I fucking asked you what's wrong.
Yeah.
When I ask you what's wrong, fucking reply to me and tell me what's wrong.
Man, like, that shit would just be fucking, like, whack as shit, though. Because it, like you said, depends on the person. Maybe they just don't want to express themselves to that. But like you said, you're in a relationship for a reason.
If you're in a relationship,
you should trust one another.
look, all I'm saying is I love my relationship right now because, we rely on each other. Like, hey, look, I tell her, hey, look, baby, I'm sad.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, what's good? And we talk it out, we talk it out like fucking adults. We're not fucking kids, dude. If you're in a relationship and you are begging the other person to tell you what the fuck is wrong with them, bro, just leave, dude.
Another one here.
DJ Khaled.
Beating put downs.
What?
They're wanting to see you in a poor light. That's very bad. If someone feels like they always need to be right and they always put you down in the wrong. So, like, they try to put you down for, like, I don't know, fucking wanting to do some shit and stuff. Like, wanting to go out with your friends, but they're like, no, because you're always fucking, like, you come back later or some shit, and they just want to put you down for that and shit. Kind of like restricting you from doing kind of what you want to do.
Well, in certain circumstances, I believe that
It works, I believe.
it works.
Sometimes.
It does. But then, dude, it's just that one depends, bro. It depends.
Yeah.
I think it's in the middle.
I
think it's in the middle. Yeah.
Let's see here. Ooh, hot and cold behavior.
What does that mean?
Often,
Bipolar?
it means they've made it a habit to act poorly or hurt your feelings and follow up with lots of apologizing. Usually the apologies will come in form of the romantic things like flowers and gifts, saying I'll never do that again to win you back.
Again, bipolar disorder. Look, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. On some real shit.
Yeah.
If you are in a relationship, right, and they treat you like absolute shit, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. They're gonna fucking do it again.
For real.
And on some real shit, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, well, then I guess I'm a fucking idiot for falling for it 3 times. If you fall for it more than 3 times,
Nah, bro.
get some help.
Get some help,
Get
man.
some fucking help. It's fucking ridiculous.
Fool me one time, shame me, fool me twice. Can't put the blame on you. 3 times, fuck the peace
Who
sign.
sings that, bro?
Fuck the peace sign, let it rain on you. J. Cole. I fucking love that song. No role models.
Never heard of him.
Okay, for the final one. What would be your biggest red flag? I'll start with mine.
Okay, go.
I think my biggest red flag would be maybe a woman who would probably try to turn things around against me, because I'm very much into, going to the gym, working out, trying to be healthy and shit. And then they'd probably be like, oh, so like you don't want to be fat or some shit and something like that. I'm like, not really. I mean, I've been fat before. I'm not saying I'm skinny or some shit, but it's fucking rough because you're out of breath. You really can't do shit.
Amen.
And you literally look at yourself in the mirror. You're like,
Keep
nah.
talking. I'm gonna eat this twill.
And you're just like, nah, bro.
Keep
This is not it and shit. So I think my biggest red flag would probably be someone who's kind of just against the things that I'm most comfortable doing, which honestly everybody has their preferences and shit. But the biggest one, the biggest of the biggest, okay? That other one I just mentioned was like a second place. Would probably be someone who has a shit ton of picky preferences in like a person. For example, like there's this fucking Netflix show where this fucking chick is saying like, oh, I need a guy who's like 6'5". He's generating $100,000 a year. He's not married. He has no prior relationships. He's open to changing his religion. And then I'm like, bro, but the moment I say I just want a chick who can fucking work out with me at the gym, bro. At the gym. Spot me. Tell me I'm a fat fucking pig and get this 100-pound fucking rep in, dude. I would want that shit, dude. And then they're all like, oh, well, like, that's fucked up because you're asking for way too much. Bro, how the fuck is asking for... It's fine with body shaming until it's all about the weight.
I'm screaming.
You know, people will say, "Oh, you're like your height is what matters to me."
No, but I think that's only females, bro. Because look, if I come up to you, I guess, dude, I'm like, "What's up, you fat fuck?"
I'm gonna straight be like, "What the fuck, bro?"
No, but I'm saying like as between friends, like if you know,
I'll be like,
you'd be like, "What's good?"
I'd be like, "Well, fuck you, there, bro. What do you want?"
You could come up to me and be like, "Look, you obese son of a bitch. What's good?" I'm gonna be like, "What up?" You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck. But like, if you tell like a female that, they'll be like, "Oh shit, oh you my 14, 15 reason why I'll kill myself. I'm gonna end my suffering.
Oof myself.
No,
but like that's just it's fucking like it's just dumb. Women want a tall man and shit, but men can't want a under fucking like not overweight, but just fucking averagely weight woman in their life. And then they're like, oh well, like she can control her body and shit, bro. That's why there's a fucking thing called working out.
I'm screaming,
dude. Like women want a fucking dude with the big ass. There's motherfuckers out there who have an under average fucking and shit, dude.
Oh my god, bro, what is wrong?
They can't control that shit either, dude. Only thing we can control is our fucking behavior and
God has his favorites.
You just made the light mount. What
the fuck?
You just made the mic really loud for me. But nah, it's just so unfair to all my men out there, bro. All of my insecure motherfucking men out there who just want to feel love and a hug once in a while. Be like, you know what? You put in so much effort in the
but
gym,
look,
bro.
On some real shit,
fuck,
look,
dude.
let me tell you something.
I just want a MILF.
Look, let me tell you something. It don't matter what fucking size you are. Bro, have you seen SS Sniper Wolf's like boyfriend or whatever?
I don't know how to fuck.
That's
bro.
a fat fuck. and he still pulled her, bro.
I mean, she got fake lips and fake anything, whatever the fuck it was. I mean,
she faked it in my last relationship. But that's not the point. The point is, look, Hami's not the greatest looking fuck, but he still pulled somebody who's like his league. Like, it don't matter.
Like you said, brother, either he has a shit ton of money or he has a fat bro.
He probably has a fat
yeah.
Or money, or both.
Literally, man. Like, man, shit. I be seeing some fucking. I'm not trying to take away from my men out there who be having these baddies, bro. And I'm like, dude, like, what the fuck did you do, bro? It can't just be like a Riz effect and shit.
Nah,
bro.
he sold his fucking soul.
That too. He probably asked for God. Either he asked God or some shit for a fucking baddie or some shit. I can't fucking tell. What's your
biggest red flag before we end the show? My biggest red flag, to be honest,
what's up?
Probably religion. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that if they tried throwing that shit down your throat, it's just a recipe for straight up disaster.
You know, my girl's religious, but she's not like shove it down your throat religious. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest red flag in a female is when it comes to religion, and another thing. The biggest fucking red flag ever.
What up?
To be honest, I think that's just it, bro. I can't think of another.
Religion?
Just religion, bro.
I mean, there's been cases of religion where it takes a fucking dark fucking turn and shit. It's like
Mormons. I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But no, seriously, just religion, bro. It's like, dude, like, girls who are manipulated way too easily. Like, way too easily. And it goes back to religion. Like, if you're like in a religious, like,
relationship
in a religious scenario all the time,
yeah,
you go to church a lot, you're trying to be good. It don't matter, you're trying to be good. Yeah. I applaud you, but don't come up to me and tell me that I can't date your fucking daughter because
I don't go to church every
Because
fucking
I don't go
Sunday.
to church every Sunday. Or don't come up to me and tell me I can't date you because I don't believe in fucking Allah.
Or in the
like
fucking
you.
Bible or some shit, bro.
I'm screaming. A relationship should not fall between religion, and it should not fall between beliefs.
It should be an open mind. It's pretty much like an open-minded conversation between the two.
You are loving the other individual. You are loving him, or you are loving her, or it. You are loving that person because of what they mean to you, their personality, the way they act towards you and around you. If you fall in love with a person because you go to the same fucking church or the same after school club, you weird for that. It's like, bro, why? I'm telling you right now, look. Dude, I could look, like I said, I'm not religious, right? I'm not religious. I don't care. I don't care. The fucking neighbor could be a whole ass Satanist, and I'll still be like, what's Gucci?
What up?
What's good? Let me borrow a fucking screwdriver. Because it's like, dude, like, who cares? Like, that's your belief. Dude, that's fine. As long as you don't shove it down my throat, we're good.
Yep.
We're amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen, motherfucker.
That's fucking right. Amen,
That's right.
brother.
So I think that's my biggest red flag. Just
I was gonna say
religious people.
I was gonna say some shit. It just fucking flew away from my head. Like a fucking birdie and shit. But yeah, that's fire. Honestly, I just want to dominate it. I just want to MILF.
Oh my god.
To just dominate me and shit. Fucking outlift me. That's pretty fucking hot though.
Christ,
Oh wait, what was it that you said though? Like it's weird if you're into someone just because they go to the same school as you or some shit.
the after school club. I couldn't come up with another example, so I just said that.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. Yeah, the fucking my two gym crushes, bro. Fuck, dude. I mean, I'm not like head over heels over them.
They're probably listening to this right now.
Bro, I had a scenario in my head where I was like, imagine, bro.
You're weird for
Because-
daydreaming, bro.
Where I'm like, I'm so delulu. Where I'm like, imagine like my gym crush. She comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, can you spot me real quick?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then after a while, she's like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And I'm like, "No. I mean, what? Did you go to Eastside? Did you go to fucking high school with me or some shit?" And then she's like, "No, I've heard you from somewhere." And I was like, "I don't fucking know where then." Like,
Bro, we have like
And
fucking 10 views on the last 2 episodes.
no, I'm just saying, like, you know, 'cause I'm so delusional and shit.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Are you from the Unnamed podcast?"
Featuring LS69 and 90?
And I'm like, I'm the editor, so you know.
No, the fuck you're not, bitch. I edit this shit.
And then I'd be like, yeah, it's weird, but you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, these things may happen. One day they may happen, but who knows?
They may happen, bro. Who knows? You know, to be honest, I don't know, man. I don't know. It could happen, but
All I'm asking
It's just a
for
theory.
in a relationship is just, you know, work out with me. Please.
dude, honestly, look,
Show me some
all I'm
love.
asking for right now is a fucking vacation. I am burnt the fuck out. Oh, we didn't talk about last subject. Holidays. Since holidays are coming,
I guess yeah.
we just passed Thanksgiving. So, once again, happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving.
Dog, it is Thursday.
That was a week ago, huh?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a whole last week ago.
That's a whole week ago.
It's Christmas. Happy Christmas, everybody.
It's about to be Christmas in like, what, 3 weeks or something?
Hopefully your mom or dad, you know, spoils you or some shit, you know.
You know what I'm going to do? Work. That's what I'm going to do.
Fire, bro. Fire.
Fuck. But that was my whole thing. Like, when I told you off the record, holidays have not been the same to me since I started working. Holidays.
Honestly, for me, since graduating high school, I think it's starting to hit. Maybe I don't know how late it'll be because you're fucking 25 and shit.
Yeah.
But for me now, when I go out or some shit and I see like early in the morning or at night, or with daylight savings at fucking 6 o'clock, it's already fucking pitch black.
Yeah.
And you see all the fucking Christmas lights up. When I was like 10 or 12, I'd be like, those are the brightest, coolest looking lights. And then now it's really depressing to hear it say out loud, but it just feels there's no more like brightness in it anymore. There's not like that color.
I think it's just because you're not, to be honest with you, I think it's just because you haven't been able to experience a good Christmas like you used to as a kid.
Back then, like,
Because, back then you have your
motherfuckers from Glockton used to come down here a lot
yeah,
too.
you would have family come over and stuff like that, but things change.
Yeah.
Like I said, for example, for me, like Christmas has not been the same for a long period of time now, especially because I work the holidays, bro.
Yeah, it just kind of.
And it's like, it just sucks. Like, I get tired of fucking holidays because that's the busiest time around the year.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't like dealing with that shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, what I do is I've been listening to a lot of Christmas music, actually. So Christmas music hits different, bro. On some real shit. It hits different.
You know which music does not hit?
Which one?
Like, just for shit anymore?
Which one?
Fucking Halloween music. My math teacher ruined Halloween. Single-handedly.
The spook. No, which one was it?
With all,
this is Halloween. This is Halloween.
With all respect to her, bro, bless her soul, she was amazing. But she ruined Halloween because every time I logged into class, all you hear is, and then you hear all this other bullshit, and I'm like, God damn it. And the other one, the buggy man.
The Monster Mash.
He was
the
Monster
Mash.
That shit fucking pissed me off. I was like, Miss, please, like, I don't want to.
That happened to me, but it wasn't with Halloween music. It was with just regular music. When I started working at the place that I'm working at right now,
Yeah.
there was a song. It's called I forgot what it's called, but it goes, "Give you the beat, boys, free my soul."
Never heard of it.
That song, dude. I would listen to that shit all the time, and it got so fucking annoying. Whenever I would hear it, I get flashbacks now, bro. And it's like,
the one I just hate the
fuck.
most with pride, with so much pride and fucking shits, is the fucking one with the Ring of Fire. Every time,
How do you hate on Johnny Cash?
Every time that song starts, I thought it was a Hispanic song. So I'm like, oh yeah,
What the
fucking
fuck?
vibing. Because that's a little dun 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 dun. Dun. You cannot turn that song
That
like.
doesn't sound Hispanic.
Yes, it
That's
does.
country.
Yes, it does.
That's fucking
that sounds like something you
blues.
play out by Yarda. Just for I'm like, dude, I want to.
fell into a burning ring of fire. How do you hate on
Nah,
Johnny
that
Cash?
shit is just so bad, bro.
You're fucking bad, bro.
In the fuck. Don't even get me started. Anywho, I don't fucking know anymore. This has been a fucking roller coaster of shits and giggles and shit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
boys and girls,
Get the fucking outro song ready.
people of all genders in life.
Bro just started the recording all over again.
No, I didn't.
All my bull bats and bittens, all of my no-name
Oh my!
chubby boys out there.
You know the
keeping-
great. Before I leave, the greatest time around life
Yeah.
was the Joe Exotic era. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Honestly, bro, just the quarantine shit was like a fucking
bro.
whole world in and of itself.
It was.
That shit was crazy back then.
The Joe Exotic era was the best era. That's all I'm saying.
God damn it, them tigers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening. This has been It's Been 90, or just 90.
And Laura Squidward, LS69.
So thank you guys so much for listening. We appreciate it. Even if it's just one person listening.
Appreciate every single fucking
We
one of
appreciate every
you.
one of you.
Share it with your friends and family.
That's
Not
right.
your kids, though. I don't know about that. Tell your teachers, your finance teacher, Miss Sanchez, some shit. She's probably a baddie, but, you know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you guys on the next one.